Hello, good day. Welcome to another MyTube episode 28. When I first started this series, I thought I'd be capable of doing this every single week. And at first, I was consistent for about 3 weeks. And from there, maybe I would just go a week or two without doing one, and I would do at least 2 a month. And then I just stopped for several months because I really didn't come up with anything interesting to say. But hopefully, you guys get to have more of this series of mine delivered to you. I'll try my best. To me, it's not just about making fun of people and burying people and companies or talking bad about them. It's also about being entertaining. So if I come across as a little bit of an asshole, then my apologies. Some of it is, I know, exaggerated for the purpose of your entertainment. Okay, that being said, keep that in mind for this video and other episodes of my MyTube series, the show where I rant about anything and anyone that I have in mind to have issues with. It could have been a guy that annoyed me earlier on in the day when I was out at a grocery store or what have you. It could be any situation I had today, a week ago, maybe months ago, maybe years ago in my life that I'm recalling at the moment. It could be anything. Maybe they got my order wrong at a restaurant, and I'll rant about it and let you all know. First of all, because it's good for me to express myself. And secondly, I think it's pretty entertaining vlog type of video series for me to do. Because let's be honest, when it comes to the internet, no one cares about the positive. No one wants to listen to the good stuff and the good stories. It's all about negativity. That's what draws. That's what's more interesting to people. That gets more attention. And if it gets more attention, then guess what? Just like anybody else, I'm gonna take advantage of that situation. And that's why we're here. We're here to talk bad about anyone, even if it's exaggerated. Whatever the case is, it's all about the negative, because that's what the internet wants to listen to and read and know about. No one wants the positive, let's be honest, myself included. It's more entertaining to listen to somebody talk bad about a company or whatever, anyone else in life. With that being said, here it goes, this episode. As you can see based on the title, headline, and the thumbnail, this is gonna be about me burying a dental company. For months and months and months and months, maybe even for a year or about a year. The dentist we took our 2-year-old, our daughter to, for months and months and months and months, was completely crap. They were worthless. They did nothing good. They were worthless. And that dentist I'm talking about is local, and I can mention it now because she's no longer going to that dentist for the past several months, but she was at first. And that dentist, I have no idea if that dentist is just here locally, or they have other of this dentist company somewhere else. But if they have this dentist company where you live, and you're just about to choose a dentist for your newborn child, or your child thinking about changing dentists, do not go to rodeo dentists. I'm letting you know. They look nice and kid friendly with the entire gimmick of animals and balloons and being nice and friendly with toys, this, that, and the other thing. They look friendly and all. And yes, they're friendly. That is their gimmick. Yes, they're nice people. They're friendly. I gotta give it to them. But at the end of the day, that does not matter. If you're a sucky dentist, at the end of the day, it does not matter. They did nothing. They did absolutely nothing to help her out. They did nothing. They did nothing. It was the same scenario each and every time. They didn't really did anything to her teeth to make sure they stayed healthy. They did nothing to prevent it from going bad. They did nothing. They were completely worthless. And to me, they were amateurs. In my opinion, they were amateurs. They were horrendous.
You suck!
Went to a new dentist, and now our daughter's dentist is out of town. We don't even go here locally because that's how bad all the dentists here are local. But our experience is with the rodeo dental. Avoid a rodeo dental. I am letting you all know. First witness here. Do not take your child to rodeo dental. Yes, they have a good, entertaining look, being a rodeo and all that fun and games and happy haha. But does that really matter when they are crappy dentists? As a shoot, that's not exaggeration here. That's not for your entertainment. I am telling you for your own good. Do not take your children to rodeo dental. If you have one in town, avoid it. Let your friends know if they have kids. Tell anyone who will listen to you. Heck, play this video for them. It will get me the views that I need. Plus, it's me letting them know. And hey, rodeo dental, that's not my fault. Don't be putting the blame on me for your low business. Hey, you guys should do a better job on the children's teeth to anybody, because you don't know who's coming into your business. You don't know if they have a huge following. I don't, but the next guy could. And it takes that one person that people deem important enough to take their words. And that is when your business can die out. If that person turns out to be me, my apologies, but at the end of the day, you guys should have done better. And that is not on me, that is on you. Okay, moving on now. Really, they had no idea what to do with children's teeth. Okay, let's really move on now. If you listened to this series in the past before, and you heard me talk about how I'm a little bit antisocial, I'm a loner, I do not enjoy having conversations with people I do not know. I dislike having people I do not know come up to me and try and start a conversation. People just because we're in line right next to each other back of me does not mean, hey, talk to me. No, and I point this out because yesterday I was in line getting ready to cash my check, and a older man behind me, and there was a long line, took maybe 15 minutes in line. The fella behind me feels the need to start talking to me about whatever it is he was talking about, and I had no interest in the conversation. But what makes it even worse is that this guy did not speak any English, which is fine. It's okay. I don't have a problem with that. But the thing is, my Spanish is not the very best. So I understood maybe 70% of what the guy was talking about. Every other word, I was like, what the heck did he say? What the heck is he ranting about? And not only that, but because I had zero interest in the conversation at hand, and because I do not enjoy conversating with strangers, that made it even worse. Because, like, dude, I don't want to understand what you're talking about, and especially in to what the conversation was. I don't know what he was saying, something about delivering some money to across to Mexico for some mattresses, and I don't know what. They do this now and they do that because of the American government, this and that, they have to pay this. But I don't know what he was ranting about, but he was ranting about something. He was ranting to me about something. And then he started having the same rant with the lady behind him. And then she was on the phone, like literally on the phone having a conversation. And she didn't want to be rude. So she just stood there kind of like trying to listen to whoever she's on the phone with and not be too mean to the grandpa in front of her. I mean, come on, can he see she's on the phone? That's happened to me before. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I had people try and start conversations with me while I'm on the phone. And I'm like, it frustrates me even more when it's that way, because it's like, can you not see that I'm on the phone? Obviously, I cannot listen to what you're saying. And you're being rude because you're keeping me from listening to whoever I'm having a conversation about. And whether or not that conversation I'm on the phone could be important. Okay? But all in all, guys, I do not like having conversations with people I don't know. I'm not going to places to make friends. I'm not going to places to make new people to have a conversation with, especially when it's a conversation I have no interest in. If it was something interesting you were talking about and I had an interest in it, then fine, maybe I can talk to you for about 4 to 5 minutes. But if it's something I can care less about, or I have no idea what you're talking about because I have no interest in the subject or no education about that system and or just don't care, then that makes it even worse, right? You guys can understand that. And probably that last rant made me sound awful. It made me sound awful, right? Probably. I really need better topics of rants. I know, it's getting stale. It's getting stale. I understand that. Which is why I cannot do it every single week, or else it'll get even more boring. It will get more stale. Anyways, guys, I am not good at writing comedy. I'm not good at humor. I'm not good at being funny. I can be entertaining, but I'm pretty sure I am not hilarious. I'm not laugh out loud funny. I'm not. I understand that. And I know how hard and difficult of a challenge it is, which is why I do not try to be funny. I've done sketches in the past, and maybe accidentally they were funny, but not purposely. It probably what stuff videos I've done in the past was probably not intended to be funny, but it comes across as funny. I don't know why. Maybe on some videos. But purposely for me to sit there and purposely shoot a video with the intention of being funny, it doesn't happen. It does not happen with the great payoff of me actually being funny. It doesn't. Like I said, it can happen accidental, but it does not happen with the intentions. That being said, this is why I don't do comedy stuff. I would if I knew how to be funny. And I want to put more entertaining stuff on the channel, but it's just a difficult challenge for me. So yeah, that is why, in case you're wondering, that is one of the reasons I don't do comedy stuff here on my channel, because it would be cringeworthy for some of you probably, and it pretty much will not be fun, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't think I'm funny. You can, if you disagree, well, thank you very much for finding me funny, but in my opinion, I'm not. I know I'm not. I mean, sure, I can be funny in the real world. I can be funny when having conversations with people that know me in the real world, like my wife, maybe other people, in my family, my mom, whatever. But when it comes to me producing a video for my channel, I don't think so. In my opinion, I don't think so. I don't know what's going on with this red weather. It's been a hot winter, y'all. It's been crazily, insanely hot this winter. I don't know what the heck is going on with the winter here in South Texas. It's been hot days and hot nights. It hasn't been that cold. And I know, trust me, I work at night outdoors in graveyard shifts. I know I am not freezing at night this year as I was the past 2 winters of 2018 and 2017. Those winters were very extreme cold temperatures. Not this year around. I don't know if the situation is that maybe those freezing nights this year landed on my nights off, or what the case is, but even when we go out during the day to a park or anywhere else, it's not cold. It hasn't been cold. Okay, today was the coldest. Today was the coldest. 43 48, but it kept moving up, so it didn't last too long. But it hasn't been that cold, and especially in comparisons to, like I said, last year around Christmas and the year prior around Christmas, I was freezing while I worked at night. This year, not so much. And I'm not complaining because I rather not freeze, but I rather it not be hot, sweaty as well. I don't know. I just like the cold for some reason. I like to feel the cold around me when I'm indoors. Or like when I'm walking to the car and feel a little bit of that coldness. I mean, if I'm gonna be outside for hours and a long while, maybe just even an hour, of course I don't want it to be that frozen, but a little coldness, I wouldn't mind a little cold. I mean, I don't want to be freezing where it's very uncomfortable to step outside and go down the steps. I don't want it to be that freezing. But, I mean, supposed to be, it's winter, it's supposed to be cold. I don't know what's going on with this temperature. It's just crazy, guys. It's crazy. It's closer and closer to Christmas, and I'm feeling like it's the middle of July, like if it's the summer. Granted, it is a whole lot hotter here when it's summer, but it still feels that hot where you don't feel the Christmas spirit. It's hard to feel like Christmas is coming when I'm sweating at 4 in the afternoon outside. It's hard for me to believe that it's the Christmas season when it's hot. It's supposed to be cold. It's supposed to be freezing out there. And it hasn't really the past few weeks and months. It hasn't been. Again, I apologize. I really have nothing interesting to say. Probably shouldn't have started this video, but I did. Alright. Guys, for more interesting rants, and probably the next one will be more interesting, subscribe, and good night, y'all. Bye. Please subscribe for more, and thank you.